Game Kings, the definition of game, documentary, coming soon. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I want to talk about how you should not ask your fuck buddy questions. Like, don't do it. Don't ask her no fucking questions. Okay? Just go and see her, tell her to come see you. Y'all fuck. And then you keep it pushing. But don't ask her any questions. Now, you're probably thinking, Mr. Locario, what are you talking about? What do you mean don't ask her questions? What I mean is that don't ask her any information about things happening outside the relationship you and her have, right? So this is the type of chick who's like a fuck buddy, or even the chick that you're, sort of dating on and off, you understand? But she's not really your girlfriend, she's not really your wife, whatever. It's just a chick you be fucking around with, right? Don't ask her any questions. Now, the reason why you don't want to ask her any questions is because what's going to happen is that she's going to give you certain answers that you may not want to hear. You understand? She's going to tell you stuff that you may not want to hear. And then what's going to happen is, based off of the things she's telling you, that's going to, in most cases, make you see her differently than how you see her now. And then based off of how you're seeing her differently, that's going to affect how you're going to act towards her. And that's going to fuck up the fuck buddy type of situation you have with the girl. So for example, let's say you've been hooking up with some girl for the past 3 months, right? So y'all see each other maybe once a week and y'all fuck, you understand? And you have a good time fucking, and then you bounce, then you hit her up next week, y'all fuck, you bounce, you hit her up the next week, y'all hang out for another 2 or 3 hours, you fucking and you bounce, right? Now, what happens is usually you just hit her up and say, yo, when you free this week? She says, oh, I'm free Thursday. And you say, cool, we'll see each other Thursday, y'all get together, y'all fuck, right? Now, what's gonna happen one time is you're gonna hit her up and you're gonna be like, yo, let's hang out on Saturday. You understand? And she's gonna be like, well, I'm busy Saturday, I can't do it. Then you're gonna ask, well, why can't you do it Saturday? What's going on Saturday? What are you doing Saturday? Right? And then she may say something like, well, I got a date on Saturday. Right? Now, this is the thing. If you're smart, you should already be assuming that the women that you're dealing with are also fucking with other dudes, dating other guys, having sex with other guys. You should already assume that in the first place, right? But see, even though you assume it, what you don't want to necessarily do is you don't necessarily want to, hear about it all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Some of you may not want to necessarily, sort of have to have those conversations. So let's say she says, oh, well, I have a date on Saturday, but I can see you Sunday. Now you're thinking, I don't want to fuck you after you done fuck this nigga on Saturday, and then I'm gonna come after. You understand? This is what's going on in your head now, right? Now, if you would have just said, hey, let's meet up Saturday, and she's like, oh, well, I can't Saturday, or I'm busy, and you say, all right, cool, well, what other day you free? And she's like, well, I'm good Sunday. You'd have been like, all right, cool. And then you meet her Sunday, you fuck her, and then you keep it moving, right? But now that you ask her the fucking question, you're like, well, what are you doing on Saturday? And how come I can't see you on Saturday? She gives you the answer. And now based off the answer she gave you, now you're, looking at her differently now. And see, this is something that, it's hard for you not to look at her differently. Because what happens is a lot of times in your mind, even though if you're smart, you're assuming that there's other dudes, you're not necessarily having to encounter or having to interact with those guys or having to worry about that shit anyway, because whenever you deal with her, it's just you meet up with her, y'all get together for a few hours, you fucking, you keep it pushing. So that's y'all relationship, right? So that's happening even while other things are happening outside of the situation. But you didn't need to know what was happening outside the situation, and everything was working for the past 2, 3, 4 months that you've been fucking her. But now that you ask the fucking question, now you have brought the things that are outside into your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And now you may be feeling a certain type of way about that, right? See, and this could be a lot of different things. Like if you ask the chick that, another question or whatever, you might find out that she's, fucking with some other dude, using some other dude for his money. Now, let's say you are the type of person or the type of guy who looks at chicks funny who do that to guys, right? Let's say you once had chicks that used you for your money and you're like, man, I don't like when chicks be doing that type of shit. And then you find out by asking this woman questions that this is the thing that she's doing, right? You may look at her a different way and start looking at her funny, and that's going to affect the relationship you and her have. Because remember, all you were doing was meeting up with her once a week and fucking and keeping it pushing, right? So she was still using guys for money the whole time y'all were doing that, and everything was cool. The difference was that you were only focused on what you and her were doing. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. And I said it in another video before where I was saying that only focus on what she's doing for you. Meaning, is she doing the things she needs to do? Is she treating you the way that you need to be treated in the situation? Is she actually cooperating with you? So now if y'all situation is y'all get together like once a week and fuck, then do that and stop asking fucking questions. Because as soon as you ask those questions and you get the answers that you don't want, you're going to be feeling a certain type of way, right? It could be another situation where, you might have some conversation with her, asking her a whole bunch of questions, and then you find out that she hoeing on the side. You understand? Like she's actually fucking with some other dudes, and dudes is paying her to fuck. You feel what I'm saying? But see, the thing is that if you fucking this girl and this is your fuck buddy, this is some chick you just fucking, all you do is meet up with her, fuck her, and keep it pushing. So what difference does it make if she's hoeing on the side if your relationship with this chick is this, that, y'all are fucking? But if you find out she's hoeing on the side, that may make you see her differently and then therefore act differently towards her, right? But everything was smooth when you didn't know what the fuck was happening on the side, right? And so all you need to do is focus on what the fuck you and her are doing and not worry about what's happening outside the situation between you and her. And the way that you're going to find out is, about what's happening on the outside is when you're asking fucking questions. You understand what I'm saying? This is the thing I'm talking about where, all you need to do is focus on the situation you and her have. Now, you might be saying, but what if I want this girl to end up being my girlfriend? What if I'm, she's on some fuck buddy shit, but then we start kind of like dating or whatever, and then I want to end up getting into a relationship with her? Shouldn't I know that, she's doing certain things or whatever? Right now, again, when I'm talking about you not asking her questions, and you looking at her a certain type of way, this all really pertains to, you viewing her differently or feeling a certain type of way based off of her, doing some sort of sexual thing with other men. If a chick is doing some illegal shit, or, I guess hoeing could be considered, illegal based off of how this shit is put up, because it could be some sugar daddy shit and it's ways around that. But anyway, but as long as she's not doing nothing crazy, that's one thing. But also, as long as what she's doing outside of the situation between you and her is not directly affecting you and her, then it don't fucking matter. So what I mean is this. Let's say if she is seeing two other guys, right? As long as when you and her set a time to meet up, y'all meet up and fuck, then everything is cool. It don't matter what the fuck she's doing to two other guys. Now, if you tell her, hey, let's meet up Thursday, and she says cool, and then on Thursday morning she flakes on you to fuck with the other dude, then that's the issue. You see what I'm saying? Because that's directly affecting what you and her are doing. You see what I'm saying? But also when it comes to you being in a situation with a chick, and then let's say you want to be in a long-term relationship with her. Let's say I've been rocking with each other for a year or so, and then you're like, damn, I want this chick to be my girlfriend, right? When it comes to that point, what's going to happen is that because you and her would be in a monogamous relationship, it's going to just be you and her anyway, meaning that she'll end up dropping the guys that she's fucking with on the side. You feel what I'm saying? So it still doesn't matter. Again, she could be rocking with, 2 or 3 other dudes besides you. You've been rocking with her for like a year or so. Y'all have a good connection. Everything is cool. Y'all fucking around. Everything is fun and all this other stuff. And then the moment where, you and her decide to be together, she'll tell other niggas like, yo, I'm with this other dude. Look, I've been in situations like that before plenty of times where I've been fucking with a chick, she's fucking with another dude, and she tells me, hey, look, I can't do this no more because me and so or this guy I was fucking with, we decided to be exclusive. I said, cool, good luck, and hope everything works out, right? So the chick will drop all the other shit on the side. So what I'm saying to you guys is this, though, is that when you ask these questions, when you're dealing with a chick who's like a fuck buddy or a chick you're just dating, what happens is that the information you receive, which doesn't really pertain to you, right, will make you view her differently, and then that's going to make you act differently towards her. Now you're saying, damn, well, you told me you wasn't free on Thursday because you're going to see some other dude, and I found that out because I asked you what the fuck you was doing, and then you want me to see you on Friday, but now I feel funny because, some other dude just beat it up on Thursday, and now I feel like I'm getting sloppy seconds, right? That's what you're thinking. But let's say if you said to her, hey, let's meet up Thursday, and she said, oh, I can't do Thursday, but I could do Friday. And you're like, all right, cool. And you didn't ask no fucking questions. Then guess what? You thinking about her getting dick down on Thursday would have never occurred. You feel what I'm saying? But when you asking all these goddamn questions, this is what happens when you're dealing with these chicks. You understand? You start fucking up your situation based off of you asking too many questions, because that makes you perceive the chick in a certain way, which can turn you off, I should say, in certain situations. You see what I mean? So as long as the relationship that you have with that girl is intact, meaning y'all get together and y'all hook up and that's working, just keep fucking doing that. And stop asking questions. Stop it. You feel what I'm saying? Just set the time for y'all to get together, do what you gotta do, and keep that shit pushing. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, you have to understand that even though you may not want to judge her, you will probably judge her. And then that's going to cause you to, it's going to fuck up the flow. It's like this. Let's say, for example, you have a favorite movie star, right? Let's say you like, I don't know, Brad Pitt or some shit, right? Now, Brad Pitt's your favorite movie star. You like watching a lot of his movies. He comes out with a lot of different movies. You're like, oh, I'm fucking with that because it's Brad Pitt, right? So now, the relationship you have with Brad Pitt is he comes out with movies, I watch his fucking movies, right? That's it, right? That's the situation with you and Brad Pitt. He comes out with the fucking movies, you watch the fucking movies, right? Now, let's say, next week, he comes out with a fucking home video of him sticking gerbils up his ass. You feel what I'm saying? And you're like, what the fuck is this, right? So this is some shit he does on his own time. You feel what I'm saying? But now he wants to show you and make it public and all this other shit, right? Now what happens is that you start looking at him funny a little bit because you're like, what the fuck is this nigga putting gerbils up his ass? You understand? And that's just some shit he like to do. But you find that disgusting and weird. You understand? And you're like, yo, I'm not really feeling that right now. Now what happens is, he comes out with the next movie and it's hard for you to fucking look at this nigga on the screen because every time you see him, you think about this nigga putting gerbils up his ass. You understand what I'm saying? Now, imagine the whole time you've been watching his movies for years, he's been putting gerbils up his fucking ass, but because you didn't know, you were able to enjoy the movies how you've been enjoying them. But now that you know, now you're judging him based off of that, which is causing that shift in your enjoyment of watching his fucking movies. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the same thing I'm telling you guys when you are dealing with these chicks. Do not ask your fuck buddy any fucking questions. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.